change is the only friend that we have that provides us with options to choose.
We're not erasing who we are by unlearning or questioning our beliefs.
We have the ability to create other choices for ourselves. There's no guarantee that if you're passionate, there will be an outcome on the other side. If you choose to release your childlike curiosity from the prison of your adult mind, I'll guarantee you, you'll discover more. You can choose to make your life the playground of curiosity, purposeful curiosity, as opposed to random wandering. You can choose to be more aware to discover more choices and make better decisions. Because at the end of the day, prosperity is a lot more than having a good idea. You should be curious not to find ideas, but to discover undiscovered pathways to your next best version. Progress comes with execution, with doing the right thing, and often it's not very comfortable. So as a last thing, people like to have habits and ways of doing things. So my suggestion to you is, if you have to have a habit, make it having a kid-like curiosity. Okay. So let's get into our Q&A session. All right. So let's see what we have today. Excellent question. Excellent question by Kriza. How can founders design curiosity-driven companies that still deliver results? So one of the things that is always challenging is injecting this idea of being curious, finding new pathways, innovating, creating, on one side, and on the other side, being lost in this perpetual curiosity and wondering without necessarily getting to results. That's what I was referring to, that at the end, it is results that matter. This is very clear, particularly in the data science world these days. Data scientists spend somewhere around 70 to 80% of their time, this is according to studies by Stanford and others, on looking at data, cleansing the data, changing the data, playing with data, and they spend very little time actually in getting insights and understanding and creating solutions. It's that curiosity in terms of what they can find in the data, and that drives them to spend more time there. So there is a challenge. There is a challenge between having a curiosity-driven organization as a culture and being able to deliver results. My experience is that if that curiosity is purposeful, meaning we have a bigger mission, a vision, a desire to have an impact, and if that impact is driving the curiosity as opposed to just wandering around, usually it is more directed. And if the organization is not just measured on how curious they are, but how much results they deliver, that connection becomes a good KPI, a good metrics to follow. But it is a challenge. It is a challenge. Next question. Is there a point where curiosity stops being an asset and starts being avoidance? I guess you mean a liability. Yes, there is. I'll give you an example. I sit on a board of a company. I used to sit on a board of a company a few years back, and the CEO was always curious to find new technology. He would go from this tool to that tool. Oh, Monday is a great way to manage your tasks, and then there was another thing, and then another thing, and so there was no stability in the process, uh, and that created a mayhem. That created confusion in the organization. So he was curious, but curiosity turns into good results if you have a process of experimentation. That is, you don't come tomorrow morning and say, "Oh, I think this is a better way of doing it that way. I'm curious if it will work." And that creates mayhem, that creates confusion. People in general like to have a process. So this is the challenge between, hey, here's a process, and versus that you can create efficiency around. And here's curiosity that's really uncontained. It's qualitative. It's where does it begin? Where does it end? And that comes from a discipline. So it could turn from an asset to a liability. Some organizations like Google, I don't know if they're still following this motto or not, but they used to ask people to spend 20% of their time on innovation and creativity and being curious. Thanks for watching. You can catch the full wake-up call sessions through the links in the description or the pinned comment below. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you inside the Academy.